in school.
You remember
good, huh?
You remember the expression village idiot?
Oh, no. Really?
Oh, yes. I flunked finding out what class they taught algebra in.
Go ahead. What is your exact height?
5'8 3/4.
Okay, well, I'm a little shorter than that. But have you been to Japan?
Oh, listen, I've taken 3 or 4 Japanese people home with me in a full skirt.
Well...
Didn't know they were there, but it felt great.
Land of the rising sun, eh? No,
in love with one woman 58 years. My wife finds out, she'll kill me. Take my wife, please.
Marriage is like a 3-ring circus. I mean, there's the engagement ring, and there's the wedding ring, and then there's the supper ring. But the supper ring only gives a cause to the fact that...
Excuse me, Mr. King, but this is a set. This is, I mean, we're welcome. Hi, were you sleeping upstairs all the way through this?
Well, I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye. I don't like leaving.
So great. I just loved it.
I didn't like leaving notes. I wanted to welcome you to New York.
Oh, thank you.
One and the two, just like that. Then, some heavier exercises. We want to get right into the setup. So, wait just a minute. And the 2. And the 3. And the 4, and we're ready.
Tim Conway, ladies and gentlemen. That's so funny. Isn't that ridiculous? Yes, a man 53 years old walking around doing that. How did you create that character? I cut my legs off.
We just came back, Jose and I, from Europe, and the strangest problem I had is you come back into the country, and you have what they call duty-free shops, and you can buy all the cigarettes you want, all the whiskey you want, and everything in the duty-free shop is not healthy and will kill you. And then when you get to customs, they ask you, you have any fruit?
And it was a holy tradition of my family going back many generations, and my 3 brothers to this day right now are still practicing rabbis, and my father naturally always dreamed that I would be a rabbi too, and I never had the heart to tell him I'm not, because if I told him I wasn't going to be a rabbi, I'd have to pay my own rent and look for a job. And look for a job, I'd have to do a lot of things. I wouldn't be able to sit like these people in the studio all day. But I felt that I had to be to please my father, so I did become a rabbi, and I told this story every night after the show, how I started to practice as a rabbi, and I wasn't too comfortable at it, so I had to make myself comfortable by telling some jokes in the sermon. And as the jokes got better, I started to charge a cover and a minimum.
You've heard people say that I laughed so hard I fell off my chair?
Sure.
Okay. Yesterday I interviewed Billy Crystal, and he said something as he was saying goodbye to everybody. He said something that, well, I just want you to see it, okay?
You have it on tape?
Mary, can you roll it?
Rollin. Did he leave? He left. That's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker. I wanted to say good morning. Rollin. All right. Is Bob there then?
Bob? Bob, are you here? Billy Crystal wants to say hello to you.
Meredith, I'm on another line. Can I get back to you in just a second? I'll call you from my car.
Okay, Mark wants to say, Mark, could you say hello to Mark McEwen, too, just...
Who's the other McEwen? Rod McEwen.
Rod.
He should do the weather. Ooh, there's a sheepdog coming across Utah. And ooh, look at the billowing clouds across the Northern California sunset. I searched for the butterfly of my birthday and found a rash. Is America over yet? Mark? Bob? They all left. Well, so will I. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Billy.
Okay, Marriott. Look.
You know, it leaves me more time for myself, but now... I'm married 15 years, you know, who cares, you know?
Brokaw, it's a good week for him because none of the big news stories have any L's in them. You know?
Thank God. Thank God. I know.
The worst thing for him was when Palestinian hijackers have hijacked the Italian cruise liner, the Achille Lauro. But I think that, you know, I think why people like to watch him is because it's not like watching real news. It's like watching a speech class, and it isn't as scary as a result, you know?
My car. I called the mechanic. I said, my car starts, but it doesn't move. He said, check the trans. So I said to my brother, take off your dress and help me with this thing. I called this other mechanic. I said I was going down a steep hill, and I went to slam on the brakes, and they didn't work. He said, sounds like you lost a lot of fluid. I said, well, who wouldn't?
You don't look like a morning person. I don't know why I get this feeling. Could your wrinkled shirt and the hole in it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a morning person?
Some mornings, no offense, but it just doesn't pay to gnaw through those leather straps. I mean, I woke up this morning with a bloody nose. I thought, how did this get in bed with me? You know, and I threw it away. Your turn.
The hotel lobby today, I foolishly put my 50 cents in this machine for my pulse rate or heart rate. You know, I don't know why I do this. After eating a pastrami and an omelet, they put my finger in that thing, and they have like from 0 to 60, you're a runner. From 90 to 100, you're okay, you walk well. I put my finger in there. It flashed funeral arrangements on the screen.
And that's why you're dressed the way you are?
That's why I dress. I'm like the Eulogy on Wheels programs. I can just go wherever you need me. I get a beeper. There's a funeral in Queens, all right. And I go in the car and...
Our parents drank whiskey, smoked cigarettes, and ate fried steak and donuts 6 times a day. Okay? Am I right? And they had jobs, they stayed married, and they won their wars. That's true.
It was the donut.
It's true. Today, you know, we eat fruit and nuts all day. We drink white wine, and we can't beat countries larger than a soccer field.
You always keep your sense of humor? Or,
you have to keep your sense of humor. I mean, the stock market, I was thinking, you know, who would make the best comments on the stock market going like this? Would have to be Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
She said, you know, Mariette, I want to tell you that the stock market crash is very sexual. You have this thing, it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes down. If you're not careful, it goes bang. Then everyone relaxes and we start all over again.
This is your character called Bobcat. I mean, do you walk around the streets like this all the time?
Well, that's very confusing. Do you walk around like this all the time?
No, I usually look a lot worse.
Do you?
Yeah, I got hair and makeup in the morning and...
Well, I usually look like Timothy Hutton on a good day, you know.
Really?
Yeah, if you saw me on the street, you go, Tim, and I go, what? And then oh, sorry.
Where did you do that wheeze? I mean, you're only 24 years old, right?
Yeah, but I look like hell.
You do, yeah.
I have this brother, Bosco. Yes, he's sort of like Roland, but with a human head. And, so what? Come and get me, Roland. Come and get me. So I would babysit for him. I would babysit for him all the time. Mariette, I like it when you snort like this. He's gonna do it. Do it. That's right. Always me. That's the... You're a little hoggette, aren't you? You love that.
I love it.
Okay.
Yes, that's good. Let loose.
Yeah, it could happen.
Is it hard to meet women when you're on the road?
Hard to meet women?
I mean, I know for a guy like you.
Are you kidding?
No problem.
No, you just go right to the women's bathroom. I think this is a great thing that we have a door. No, come on. I don't go in, but I mean, it says women on the outside. They got to be in there.